Alan, thanks for joining us on TVC Midday News. The federal government says it has successfully implemented a significant economic policy change on Naira-based transaction for crude oil sales and refined petroleum products in the country. Nigeria's Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, disclosed this at an interactive session with members of the Senate Committee on Finance at the National Assembly. National Assembly correspondent TVC News reports.
The recent decision by the Federal Executive Council to commence the sale of crude oil to domestic refiners in Naira has caught the attention of the Nigerian Senate. The Senate wonders how this decision will impact the already approved medium-term expenditure framework and fiscal strategy paper for the 2024 to 2026, as well as possible implications for the year 2025 to 2027. At this interactive session, members of the Senate's Committee on Finance meet minds with Nigeria's Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Group Managing Director of NNPCL, and other relevant stakeholders in Nigeria's petroleum sector to fully understand the dynamics involved in this economic reform.
This meeting underscores our commitment to transparency, accountability, and the responsible management of our national resources.
Before the meeting withdrew into a closed-door session, Nigeria's finance minister said President Tinubu's bold step to introduce these macroeconomic reforms of market pricing of PMS and market pricing of foreign exchange is starting to yield significant results.
These two pillars of the economic reform, once in place, portend additional revenue for government, recovery of the finances of NNPC, and a basis for growing the economy, a basis for attracting investment, increasing productivity, encouraging creation of jobs.
The minister thanked Nigerians for their resilience despite the hardship, as he also assures that there are better days ahead. TVC News, TVC News, Abuja.
Meanwhile, the Niger Delta Power Holding Company says it is ready to support services for the transmission grid to provide and put an end to frequent failure of electricity supply in the country. The company also promises to redress staff dichotomy and challenge in the interest of a harmonious working relationship for improved efficiency. TVC News, Jokia Disa reports.
Niger Delta Power Holding Company boasts of 10 power plants located across the country with a generation capacity of more than 5,000 megawatts. One of them is the Geregu Generation Company Limited, located in Ajaokuta, Kogi State. It has the capacity to generate 435 megawatts of electricity. Managing Director of the company led the management team for an on-the-spot assessment of the generation company. Workers here speak on a number of challenges, including obsolete equipment.
We are not running to the capacity we should, because we are trying to manage the crisis and see how soon Siemens can come in and carry out this intermediate inspection.
Our own procurement process and the extant laws guiding us procurement-wise is a restriction. Siemens have been coming to us ready to do these services, but we need to give them a PO. But because of the threshold of the services, which is beyond our approval limit, we have to get all those approvals.
The team inspects the many departments in the company. As the managing director addresses the workers, she appreciates the dedication of the staff to the company's goals. Jennifer Hadigije speaks to the concerns of the workers, particularly as it relates to dichotomy in categorization and pay.
We have come up with solutions to ensure that we begin to do the necessary to migrate staff, particularly the third-party staff, to be more, to feel better served by the company and to feel a sense of belonging.
And in the face of frequent collapse of the national grid, she says the company has demonstrated capacity.
It's expedient upon us as management to come down to the field to ensure that our power plants and our equipment are working and performing optimally, and that would ensure that we're able to sustain the performance of the power sector.
The management team is impressed with the company's workforce and promises not to relent in ensuring their working conditions are improved. The management team of the Niger Delta Power Holding Company says it will continue to empower its workers to ensure that the company optimally meets its target to the national grid. Joke Edsa, TVC News, Geregu, Ajaokuta, Kogi State.
The National Union of Local Government Employees has warned the state governors against jeopardizing the judgment of the Supreme Court affirming fiscal autonomy of the third tier of government. The union insists that with financial autonomy for local governments, Nigeria will witness tremendous growth and progress. Joke Adisa has more details in this report.
On the 11th of July, the Supreme Court delivered a landmark judgment affirming the financial autonomy of Nigeria's 774 local government councils. The verdict of the Apex Court is to enable local governments to make decisions and take actions without needing the consent of the governors. While some states agree with the verdict, others are bringing up new laws to render it counterproductive. Making local government autonomy work for Nigerian people is the theme of this year's NULGE Week, which brings together government officials and social partners. NULGE attributes the security challenges and poverty in the country to the prevailing ineptitude at the local government due to lack of funds.
Let us scale up infrastructural development at local government level. Let us arrest the spate of insecurity in Nigerian rural communities and rural roads. Let us reduce poverty by creating vocational skill acquisition and empowerment for Nigeria. Once we are able to do that, Nigeria will be on the path of greatness.
Local government workers warned members of the Nigeria Governors Forum against attempts to work against the verdict of the Apex Court.
We want to sound a note of warning to members of Nigerian Governors Forum who started surreptitious and clandestine move to thwart that judgment because of their insatiable appetite to continue to pilfer, steal, misapply, misappropriate, and divert local government funds. The time to put a stop to it is now.
From social partners come a pillar of support for the Supreme Court judgment. The Partnership to Engage, Reform and Learn, PEPL, says the process of electing the local government chairman must be changed.
The question is, what can we do to ensure that only popular candidates emerge through that process? What can we do to insulate elected officials from control of the state government? We don't expect absolute freedom, but at least there should be some level of safety net.
NULGE is full of appreciation to President Bola Tinubu for his role in the struggle for fiscal autonomy for the local governments. Joke Edsa, TVC News, Abuja.
And our examination of witnesses is a major pillar of trial advocacy, and due to the Nigerian legal system being adversarial and accusatorial rather than inquisitorial, proceedings take the form of a contest between the prosecution, the plaintiff, and the defendant. One of the major issues being contested over the years is the lack of detailed provisions or guidelines for the admissibility of electronic generated evidence, which can lead to misunderstandings between weight and admissibility. To address this, the Lagos State Government, Ministry of Justice, Office of the Public Defendants, in collaboration with the National Institute for Trial Advocacy and Jones Day, organized a 5-day training on cross-examination of expert witness, employment issues, and also instituting cases at the National Industrial Courts.
This program marks a significant step forward in this administration's ongoing commitment to ensuring access to justice for all Lagosians by empowering our public defenders with access to advanced legal resources such as forensic analysis and crime scene investigation.
The whole point is for them to be able to present evidence to the court as clearly and persuasively as possible. So we focus on advocacy skills, teaching the lawyers here how to ask better questions, how to organize their argument and how to organize the trial, so it's much easier for the judges to listen to the testimony and make decisions.
We want them to be able to learn how to conduct their trials in courts. That basically is the main skill and expertise we are learning today. You know, how to conduct your cases in court so that you can, you know, in the interest of your clients, you can get judgments, you know, for your clients.
National attention to Kwara State, where the police have paraded 3 suspects over the murder of a 34-year-old commercial motorcyclist in Ukeoyi, Ilorin East local government area. Other suspects were paraded for disturbance of public peace, causing grievous hurt and mischief. The Commissioner of Police in Kwara State, Victor Olaya, disclosed this as a mobile phone was also recovered from the scene of the crime, which led to the arrest of the suspects.
During the interrogation, the suspects revealed that they disposed of the victim's severed head in a nearby river. Efforts are currently underway to recover this evidence. The case has been transferred to State CID for thorough investigation. In a separate incident, an innocent individual, a farmer, was mistakenly targeted and pursued by villagers and motorcycle operators, popularly known as Okada riders, who wrongly suspected him of his involvement in this crime. While this individual sought refuge at the Okeyi police station, his vehicle, which was lawfully parked, was towed, severely damaged by one Yusuf Abdul Karim, male, 22 years, and Jayola Fatai, male, 40 years, and others still at large.
He carried us with the bike. Okay. When we went to Oloru, we're now coming back. Now this is my brother in ceiling pounds fall down. As he fall down, and we now went to carry the slippers. And then this is my brother hit him Udu on the neck. There, you now hit him stick where he hold the hand. From there, the guy was falling down, and we consume him.
What do you support his head?
No, quarters. Quarters.
We're still on to TVC Midday News. Be back with more stories after this break. Stay with us.